K. Kadirvelu is the director of DRDO Center for Life Sciences, Bardiyar University, Coimbatore. He has recently recognized as most prominent scientist based on the publication data and has got 12th ranking for Indian science and technology based on the publication data from the period 1996 to 2010. I am greatly privileged in inviting our inaugural speaker, Dr. K. Kadirvelu, Director, DRDO, BAU, Coimbatore, to address the gathering.
Very good morning to all present here. Most respected Managing Trustee and President CI Coimbatore Chapter, Dr. K. Sain, Chairman NCRT Southern Region, Madam Kalpana Kobalan, Additional Secretary Government and Chairperson Padmavati Institute of Public Policy, and then Dr. Vijay Anand, and Madhuri, CEO Dr. Natarajan, Secretary Madam Sarama Madam, Principal Shivakumar, Vice Principal Ayapdas, Organizing Secretaries, and Manu and Mani, HODs, students. Once again, good morning. First of all, I wish to congratulate this entire team for conceiving this idea. I request all the audience to give a big applause to the team, like Shivakumar, Ayapdas, and Manu and Mani, other faculty members, because there is a reason I'll explain later. As rightly pointed out by our K. Sain, yes, there are geopolitics. It is not new to us. When we had 1974 and 1998, when Buddha smiled, we had more challenges than what we are facing now. At least now jealous, but we had challenges. The entire economic ban on India. What is Buddha smile? Anybody can, students? 1998, May 11th, which is National Technology Day, when we demonstrate our nuclear power. So, yes, there are challenges. Yes, it's because when you have a strategic R&D, there will be a geopolitics, and also there won't be any support from anybody, but still we have to come up. That will give you strength. This particularly, that Kalam wanted this country to be, his vision was to make India in 2020 as a developed nation or superpower nation. For that, we need to have economic power, knowledge power, and military power. I think your trustee already mentioned that the future is going to be a knowledge economy. I completely agree with the chairman's comment. I give you some of the supporting. As I mentioned, yes, our Indian economy is going very steadily. But only one thing we need to take care of as citizens of this country, when you are becoming the economic power, we need to take care of the basic needs of the citizens of the country, especially education and healthcare. In some parts of the country, even today, this is a big challenge. Even our K. Sain has agreed with that. When I talk about military power, yes, India is one of the strong, emerging military power, not only in terms of our second largest armed forces. If you see some of the pioneer areas, India is having many top few countries in terms of ballistic missile, supersonic missile, main battle tank, radars, combat vehicle, armaments, life support system. So there is a lot of, we are leading country. And also, see, another thing, there are always people criticize why, when America can do it, why not we? You see the kind of investment, and also there won't be any support in terms of collaboration or funding or knowledge sharing. Yes, we need to come up with our own way. We have started everything very late, 1960s, 70s. So even giving salary itself is a challenge for the government. Now, yes, of course, we are getting a lot of support from the government for making mission mode programs. So when you want to be military technology, yes, there are a lot of IPs are emerging. When I come to knowledge power, India was knowledge nation even 3,000 years before. The best example, University of Nalanda. India is the only country that have maximum traditional knowledges, community knowledges. So we should not feel that India is already a knowledge power, but now India is again re-emerging as a knowledge nation. There are points given by New Scientist Journal 2008. This entire century is going to be India will be the nuclear power, that national knowledge power. So I appeal to the youngsters. Now the government is giving a lot of support like Make in India, Skill India, Innovate India, Startup India. Everywhere the new investors coming in. So what is our duty? That's why I told this particular team has taken initiative. We need to understand what is our IPR rights, how it works, how we can compile. So we have to create more and more awareness, and also we need to align with international obligations. So that's why it become very, very important topic now. So I request all the youngsters try to, before publishing the conference or paper, try to file your at least interim IP, so that it will not take much time. So protect your IP first, then get it to the. And as you all know, it became very prominent after India joined in WTO, and then become signatory in tariff, trade related associated IPs in the 1995. So as per that agreement, every country should align with WTO tariff system. But it is very, very complicated to a country like India. I'll explain why. So they're given 10 years time, 5 years compulsory, 5 year extension to align ourselves with the tariff regulations. Yes, we aligned, we declared in 2005. Do you think it is sufficient? No, the reason is, we see today, when you are emerging as a knowledge nation, emerging as a technology power, there are new innovations coming, there are a lot of challenges that still exist. I'll list a few challenges. First important point as per tariff is, complete your process patent to product patent. This difference is nothing but, the farmer comes the, first right comes the as a process, then product. Especially when you grant a patent in the food products and pharmaceuticals, it becomes a big challenge. So how we are address this one? Otherwise also, all developed countries, they follow the capitalism economic model. Our country follows capitalism and socialism, because we wanted to take care of each and every citizen, every sector of the people. That's why we follow this model. Even then, when you're granting patent, this kind of food, we are getting a lot of issues. So how we are going to overcome? At the same time, when you are becoming the knowledge nation and even superpower nation, the new things, so we have to create a lot of importance to this kind of process pattern to product pattern, because process pattern is much, much easier. If I use a 5 ml of solution, if somebody uses 6 ml, yes, they change the process, you get the process pattern. But whereas you will be losing your right. So this is why this is the first most important point. When I come to the section 3D of our Indian Patent Act, it is one of the major obstacle for the MNCs. Those are investing in India as foreign direct investment, because they want to condemn this particular section D, but it gives a lot of support, especially in our pharma and food. So we need to keep, by changing simple process, they want to claim that they want to be evergreen in their market. That may not be feasible. India may not agree for that. And also, manufacturing rights, license, I call it as. So for example, that is one of the major obstacles the other countries are opposing Indian policy. The reason is, suppose assume that there's a COVID, that pandemic or epidemic, we need to have more and more vaccines, antibodies, drugs. Somebody has a license, but as per our IP law, our Indian government has got every right to impress the government or MNC manufacture for our citizens. There won't be any. They have to provide to the first citizens. So here also there is one of the major challenge. When I come to the drugs or pharmaceuticals or medicine price, they cannot be just like that based on the need. Our patent act says that we need to fix the rate as per your investment only, not as per the need. So for example, when in COVID we have huge vaccine, you cannot justly charge just like that. So it has to be the investment. Here also there's a big challenge. And as you know, we have a food security is a big issue. And then how we are going to manage the food security IPs. India is largely, 60% population depend on the agriculture. We have traditional knowledge in agriculture. And also we used to give the minimum price for the farm products our government gives. And also we give support farmers with electrical subsidy, farm fertilizers, loans. The international agency want completely scrap or reduce this subsidies. I don't think it is feasible because we have to travel a long way to make this country a developed country. This is one of the other challenge. When I come to the traditional knowledge or community knowledge, yes, India is very rich in, say for example, you take Kotakala Ayurveda or Siddha, some MNC comes here, they goes to the public and takes his knowledge, they make it as a pattern, file the copyright, it becomes a challenge. So simply they cannot do it. That's why to defense mechanism, India has made a traditional knowledge digital library, especially to depend in the international courts to protect our laws. So I can name it in like this. Now you have n number of challenges. So how we are going to overcome? And otherwise, when I talk about the knowledge economy as rightly proposed by your chairman, you see, India's maximum or economy comes from either IT, then pharma. When IT comes, whenever you have a new software, new code, we need to protect your copyright international level. And when you have a new product in the pharma, we need to have a patent to manufacture and market it. So these two are the backbone of India today economy. India's our managing GDP growth. So it is a right time to create an awareness among the students and also implications and also possible solutions. With one is economic based on your pharma and IT, another one is based on the government policies like Make in India, Skill India, Innovate India, Startup India. So we need to protect your this. With this, these are the very important points I brought up. Sharing with your youngsters, and also if you talk about when you develop this kind of challenges. And also not only this, you are going to face more and more challenges the days to come, because when you are emerging as a leader, emerging a technology leader, there will be unknown new challenges. So we need to be ready to chase the challenges, especially in the filing copyrights and patents. Definitely this is one of the good initiative. It may not be it is somehow it is a completely regulatory based, implementation based, law based. It may not be people very difficult to sit, but however I request all because I could see the speakers who are all in the list, they are all highly experienced. I'm sure they will be sharing their experience in another 2 days. Youngsters, kindly join hands with the speakers. You try to make these sessions are more interactive than listening from one side. Try to put questions, try to comments, so that workshops will be purposeful and meaningful. The outcome will be definitely useful to the youngsters. So because all initiatives just the interest of the students and faculty. So I think definitely faculty members will play a vital role, pro-vital role, organizing this kind of conferences and giving the opportunities, because I understand this particular conference is being arranged support of the management. It shows that they're committed. Otherwise, they apply for funding to government agencies. If they are not giving funding, they ignore the conference. But here, this commitment is there. So all these commitments should commit as a product, and also to building this nation as a proper nation. I'm sure, definitely, we have a lot of strength, and don't go by negative comments. We could not do anything. No, we have started late. We have got major issue is a population. We are the globally number 1 population today. We will be continue to grow till 2060. After that, maybe stagnation, but we are expecting. I don't know how it's going to happen. But one more thing, there are destructive technologies are emerging. So one need to be aware and one need to know what is it. So according to your this particular destructive technologies, and also anything you develop, it should be environmental friendly. Keep your mind that we are having a lot of issues like food security, energy security. So we depend 80% of the oil and the crude oil from other countries. It has a lot of, this is the reason we are emitting maximum CO2. So we need to reduce 30% of CO2 by 2030 as per our agreement in COP, Conference Paris at Paris. And 2070 is supposed to achieve 0% emission. On the other side, we have a maximum implications of the global warming. Maximum for the settlements, especially major cities, because we got 7,000 kilometers seashore, many cities get submerged. And also, based on this, the government has taken the National Mission on Hydrogen Energy. You know how it is possible? Yes, India is number one in terms of bioresources. Few examples like Kayarpithil, which is in Coimbatore, sugarcane bagasse, molasses, wheat straw, rice straw, everything can be converted into biofuel by fermentation, but that's not going to help you no more. We need to convert, we need to develop technology, how how you are going to reform us, how you are going to reform your biofuel into hydrogen. The big challenge, there's no technology available for hydrogen storage, it's explosive. Only thing is you can go for automotive onboard application. So yes, people are working on the materials to have a hydrogen storage. Another challenge, one of the point, again your chairman has given me a clue to me, we are moving on to electrical energy, electrical vehicles. Mostly we depend on the lithium. You know, today scenario, 90+% of global lithium either in the hands of China or in their control of the other countries. How we are going to overcome this materials requirement? There are reports in the desert of Rajasthan and Kashmir. Do you think our Environmental Clearance Act will allow you to go for mining there? Because it's all ecologically sensitive zones. Other side, we need to protect our Himalaya with greater interest. The reason is, as you all know, we have South Pole, North Pole, already there are news, ice is melting. The same way, the third pole is our Himalayas. Many of you may not be knowing. The maximum white cover, what in the globally we have third pole is Himalayas, which helps us in reducing our temperature, increase of global temperature, because when you have white cover, the radiation goes back. When you remove it, it will observe the temperature will get increased. Even if we are increasing 1.5%, 1.5 degree or 2 degree, we have maximum damages. So, with this small message, I don't want to take much time. I request all the youngsters kindly take part in this conference with dedication and involvement. Make sure this is going to be a good outcome. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you everyone.